welcome to this vlog. It's sort of a weekly vlog, sort of a little half-week vlog. My name is Emma. Welcome to my channel. It is the first day of October, so I am going to be starting off my reading very spookily. I have some Halloween decorations up, which you have just seen in my room, and I plan to put up some more, like some leaves and things, but I want to go all out this month. I want to listen to a bunch of spooky audiobooks, read a bunch of spooky physical books, listen to a lot of true crime podcasts, and watch some spooky movies. So I'm planning to weekly vlog this entire month just to capture all of that goings on. The first thing I've started listening to is The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Goss, and so far, just a couple minutes in, it's fantastic and awesome. It is a new take on some old classic horror characters, and I think it's going to be like a murder mystery with some classic horror characters, which I've read a couple of series like that before and I always love them. So this one features Dr. Jekyll's daughter. First of all, we haven't met anyone else yet, but there's someone named Diana who keeps interjecting into Mary Jekyll's narration, so we'll see how that goes. But her mother has died, and now she is forced to reckon with the fact that her father sent his fortune away in increments to an account in Budapest for the entirety of his life, and when he died they found out that he had no money. Her mother has died of insanity, and Mary is very sensible and she's got to deal with this situation. So I'm very excited to see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna start off light, you know, with a sort of story like that, and then I think I might jump into some thrillers. I've never really read a thriller before, but we'll see if I can handle it. Sometimes I do tend to be a scaredy cat, so I think I may see what I can handle. I also want to read The Shining this month, but I just don't know what I really can do, like in terms of scary things. But anyway, I will keep you updated as the rest of this week progresses. I will just vlog. Today is Thursday, so Thursday through Thursday. Should I start the vlogs on Monday? Yeah, I'll start the vlogs on Monday. So I'll vlog this Thursday through Saturday, the first couple of days of October, and then I'll start with a full weekly vlog on Monday and go Monday to Sunday for the rest of the month. So exciting stuff. Thank you for being here, coming along for the ride. I know I'm not wearing very Halloween-ish clothes, but I honestly don't have too many, and I don't have all of my fall clothes with me in my room right now. I will see you again soon with another update. Hello, after a bit of a long interlude, I'm coming back to update you on this vlog. It is early Saturday afternoon, and it's been a while because I've been a bit busier than I thought I would be these first few days, but I finally have updates for you. So, first of all, I want to talk about the Obelisk Gate. This is the second book in the 5th season series by N.K. Jemisin, which is actually called the Broken Earth trilogy. The 5th season was the first book. Numbers are confusing. And I gave the first book a 5-star rating. I finished this morning. This is the last thing I needed to finish up before I got into all of my spooky reads, and I really enjoyed it. The first book was 5 stars. I think this one's gonna be about 4.5, just because second books are really difficult, and so it didn't really have that like same oomph that the first book had, if that's a good way to describe it. I really enjoyed the addition of a new perspective to this book. Someone who we had only heard referenced in the first book now was a full perspective, who has their own story, and it's very interesting based on their relationship to the main character to see how their narrative compares to the main character. I'm trying to say everything I can without spoiling anything, but if you have read the books, you will know what I am talking about. But anyway, really love this book. The climax was not as climactic as I felt like the climax of the first book was, but I feel like this book is building up towards a more dramatic conclusion to the trilogy. So nevertheless, this was very good. Absolutely loved it. 4.5 stars, and I can't wait to see what The Stone Sky brings by N.K. Jemisin, which is the third and final installment in the Broken Earth trilogy. The morning of October 1st, I started listening to a new book on audio on Scribd, which is The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Goss. And I just stumbled across the book while I was looking through Scribd and had no expectations for what I was going to find, and it is absolutely stunning. I am loving this book so much. I have about 9 hours left. It was about 13 hours, so I've listened to a good bit for me, honestly, in the last 2 days. I listened to like 4 hours, which is a lot for me. So the book is about Mary Jekyll, the daughter of Dr. Jekyll, as in The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter. See the parallels there? At the death of her mother died from insanity, and at the death of her mother, Mary is thrown into the mystery of her father's death and of the disappearance of Mr. Hyde. Nobody knows where he went or what happened to him. But at the same time, there are these horrific murders happening to sex workers in Whitechapel, a neighborhood of England, which also happens to be where Jack the Ripper dropped his victims. So they're very Jack the Ripper-like murders where body parts have been removed. Now, in trying to solve this mystery and figure out where Mr. Hyde has disappeared to, because she's looking for him, hoping that if she's able to find him, that she will get the reward money and that will make her prospects better because her father spent her entire inheritance, she stumbles into Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson. Then she comes across her half-sister, Mr. Hyde's daughter, who she realizes is her full sister, along with a series of other daughters of famous horror scientists. We've got Rappaccini's daughter from the short story by Nathaniel Hawthorne, The Poisonous Girl, as well as Catherine Moreau, who is a cat lady from The Island of Dr. Moreau by H.G. Wells. We're building on the work of Frankenstein. There's just a lot going on, a lot of intricate pieces very closely woven together. Because I have some idea of these stories, there are also characters from Dracula woven into the story. But because I have a handle on a lot of these stories and I've read them or I'm familiar with them, I sort of know what's going on. So I have the basis for understanding, like it wasn't a surprise to me to learn that Jekyll and Hyde were the same person. But there is an element of mystery. Who's committing these murders in Whitechapel? And so that's what we're trying to figure out. It's incredibly intricate, as I keep saying, and it's so good. The one criticism that I do have of the book is that Mary Jekyll is a very sensible character. Understandably, she's been running her household since she was a teenager, so it's not unconceivable that a 21-year-old woman like herself would be very responsible and sensible and very concerned with the rules and what the right thing is to do. And she is very excited by adventure, but she has this sensibility about her. But I think that bleeds too far into her perceptions of other people, because when she learns that her father was this mad scientist and she really looked up to her father, and when she learns the truth about his experiments and what happened to him and the fact that he was Mr. Hyde, nothing really happens. She doesn't really grieve the loss of the father that she thought she knew. She doesn't really have any anger towards him for keeping it secret or anything like that. There's no emotional depth to that thing, which seemed like it could be a very crucial part of her development as a character, but so far there's not really much going on with that, which I would kind of expect. But nevertheless, everything else is really great. The character dynamics and interactions are super interesting. There's this dynamic where one of the characters in the book is writing the book, and so there's little interjections from the other characters. When she describes someone a certain way, one of the characters will jump in and say, "Do you have to say that?" or criticize the way that she explains it. And so it's just really interesting back and forth kind of dialogue with interjections from the characters in the book while the story is being told. So very, very fun, very exciting. Speaking of interesting narrative structures, my next physical read, my first spooky physical read of the October month, is going to be the long-awaited Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. You may know if you watched my most recent reading vlog, I think the one right before this from a few weeks ago, I went to Barnes & Noble and I got a coffee, and this was available for $5 with the purchase of a Starbucks cafe item. So I got my pumpkin spice chai, and I got this, and the whole thing was like 10 bucks, and it was incredible. If you don't already know, I'll go ahead and give you the premise for Truly Devious. Truly Devious is about the Alchemist Academy, which is a school in Vermont for the best and the brightest, founded in the early 20th century, and in the 1920s, the wife and the daughter of the president are kidnapped and never found, but there is this note left behind, signed Truly Devious. So fast forward to present time, a girl named Stevie, who is studying true crime at the academy and wants to be an FBI agent. Stevie comes to Alchemist Academy and learns about this murder, and she's determined to solve it, and then copycat murders start to happen in her school, and just types of things are going on, dual timelines, fun stuff. So if you don't already know, I will give you the premise for Truly Devious. Truly Devious is about Alchemist Academy, a school for the best and brightest that is founded in Vermont in the very early 20th century. In about the 1920s, his wife and daughter are kidnapped. The founder's wife and daughter are kidnapped, and they're never found, but a note is left behind signed by Truly Devious. So fast forward to present time, there is a genius girl named Stevie who's coming to the academy to study true crime and things like that, and she discovers these murders or these disappearances and wants to solve them, but then Truly Devious makes a return, comes back from the grave, assuming that they had died. Well, they would have to have died. It's been like 100 years. Anyway, Truly Devious comes back, things start to happen, and I think within the 3 books, Stevie solves all of the things. So I am super excited to read this. I don't feel like I'm very eloquent today, so please forgive me. Anyway, I am very excited to start this sometime today, probably later tonight, but right now I'm going to go have some lunch, listen to more of The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter, and then maybe I'll get a little started on Truly Devious. It is now Sunday, and I just wanted to let you know what's going on with reading. I have been listening to almost nonstop to The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter, and I have about 2 hours left, and I have no idea what's left to happen because it seems like the climax of the story has taken place and that things are resolving, but maybe it's just a really long resolution or a setup to the next book. I'm not sure, but so far it's been pretty exciting. It has gotten a little gimmicky, which is one of the criticisms that I've seen on Goodreads, is that it's a little gimmicky. Some people think it's really gimmicky. I do think some of the ways that the plot has come together and the reveals are sort of gimmicky, but I still am really enjoying it nonetheless. And I saw on Goodreads that the next 2 books have, each of these 3 books have a higher rating than the last. So that's really exciting. And so unless things go badly with the end of this book, I'm definitely going to continue with this series, especially on audio, because I really like the narrator. She has very distinct voices for all the different ladies, and it's just really good. I'm really enjoying the backstories of all of these women who have been basically abused by scientist men, and the creatures made by those scientist men their whole lives, and they're strong and powerful and traumatized and banding together to defeat these evil mad scientists. and they're all very unique and distinct from one another in their personalities and the way that they see the world and such. And so it's really good. I'm liking it a lot. It's lots of fun. Even though it does sometimes get a little gimmicky, it's still a lot of fun. So I've got that going on, and then I also last night started Truly Devious. I'm a little bit in, only like a teensy little bit, because I have been doing a lot of chores and things, and so I'm listening to the audiobook instead of reading my physical book. But I'm hoping to get a small chunk at least into this today. We'll see how that goes, but I've got church in a little bit, and my parents are here this weekend, so that's really what I've been doing, is hanging out with my parents. They're coming to see me at college this weekend, but I'm going down to where they're staying, and I want to hang out and hopefully read for a little bit before we head out to go to church. So those are all of my updates for now. I will update you again at the end of the day today. Hello, welcome to the end of the vlog. I want to give a bit of an update before I shut the vlog down and start getting ready for bed tonight. So I will update anything that I have, any reading updates that I have from tonight in the next vlog, but I just wanted to go ahead and give a closing update for everything. So first of all, I had to pick up a new book for my Victorian literature class, and I just wanted to show off the cover because I think it's very dark academia, and it's this Penguin Classics copy of Adam Bede by George Eliot, and I'm very excited to get to read this in my class, just because it sounds like it's something that I would like, and I think I will like it because I tend to like Victorian era literature. And then in terms of The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Goss, I have 1 hour and 14 minutes left, so there is a good chance I very well may finish that tonight before I go to sleep, because I'm going to listen to it while I'm getting ready for bed and such. I'm listening to it at 1.5 speed, so I may finish that tonight actually. So if I do, you'll find out in the next vlog. Still really loving it. It is a little gimmicky, and I'm not really sure what else is going to happen, but it's just some more exposition on the backgrounds of the characters, as well as I think setting up for the next book and sort of wrapping up final loose ends maybe. But anyway, and then Truly Devious, I am, let me look, on page 117, and so far this is flying so fast. It's so exciting, so intriguing. I'm loving meeting all of the characters and getting to know Stevie at the same time as we're finding out the background and the basis to the mystery. The dual timeline is written really well, so you'll have a very crucial moment where you're about to find out the next thing that's happening, and you are, on the edge of your seat with the murder back from the 30s, and then it'll just cut off and send you back into a non-perilous present day narrative that and that style just keeps you reading, and it keeps me really engaged, and so I'm very excited to keep going with this book. So anyway, that is all that I have for this vlog today. I will start my next reading vlog tomorrow, and I'm going to do my best to be really good and vlog for the whole month of October and stay on top of it and make some really fun aesthetic fall vlogs when I go and do fun fall things. But anyway, for now, thank you so much for watching this vlog. Thank you for hanging out on my channel. I hope you liked the video. I hope you are doing well. If you're not, I hope it gets better soon, and I hope that you love what you are reading. Bye. See you soon.